It's Friday night, and you know what that means. Time for another hour edition of Friday Night Wrestling that flies by like it is merely 60 minutes, 44 to 45 minutes with commercials. I'm John Retton with my review of AEW Rampage, and honestly, not a bad edition, but I had a couple questions during it that I will ask during the review. Let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. Excalibur and Taz on commentary. Bam, there. Don't do anybody else. Have Caprice Coleman weigh in on, some Ring of Honor matches if you want, because I like Caprice Coleman. He actually adds a sports-based feel to the commentary. But Excalibur and Taz, they have a good rapport. We don't need the man that is probably shivering in his goddamn boots, Jericho Grand Wizard Aniston, who's probably, shaking in his boots after the January 6th hearings. You might want to watch your wife and watch your mother-in-law pretty goddamn close, you fucking Trump donating twat. So now that I got all you Trump fucks out of here, you fucking stupid motherfuckers that don't deserve any goddamn rights because you want to support a guy that welcomed an attempted insurrection and a coup. But, that's fine. It was just touring. I'm going to get off my soapbox here, but I'm just going to say fuck every single one of y'all because you don't deserve to have any goddamn rights. Once again, fuck y'all and fuck Chris Jericho for still thinking that he is actually any good for professional wrestling. Fuck his stupid goddamn twat wife. I hope she's jailed. No, the mother-in-law's jailed. Jail every goddamn person that was there that was even around the goddamn building. Because they knew what was happening. Fucking get rid of them. Just put them in jail. Put them in jail and then let's see how American prisoners handle dealing with terrorists. And that's what they were. That's what they'll always be. So anyway... So Eddie taking on, hey, speaking of Trump fuckers, let's talk about Jake Hager. Talk about the worst signing that AEW has done, period. Big name signing. This guy was not very good in the last couple years of WWE, but now he's older, blander, and really has no business being on a wrestling program. Eddie is great. He's not a magician. And he won with 2 spinning back fists. That's all I got to say about that. It's a Jake Hager match. I thought that they maybe could have done something with Jake Hager. They tried to make him legit. Congratulations. He does Bellator stuff and AEW stuff. And he's not really good at either because I don't think he's facing the cream of the crop in Bellator. Is Bellator even still a thing? I haven't heard much about it lately. Let me know in the comments, Bellator fans. Shivani is with Britt. Jamie Hayter. My goodness. My goodness. And Rebel. Britt basically wants Toni Storm out of the way and she wants the AEW Women's Championship back. Okay. Nice, concise, and to the point. Ortiz package on the hair versus hair match. He wants to basically, get rid of Jericho. God, if only he would. I think this is Jericho's last year in AEW. I cannot imagine he's going to want to stick around. I can't imagine that he's going to be able to do much of anything because he can barely do anything now. Hopefully Ortiz wins. He won't, but hopefully he does. So Jay Lethal and Giant Silva Jr. with Sanjay Dutt taking on Davey Vega and Matt Fitchett. So apparently they resurrected Giant Gonzalez, or Elegante, who apparently was one of the nicest guys ever in wrestling and had no business being in wrestling. And this Singh guy has no business being there. Oh, wow, he managed to do something and, dive on people, like do a little crossbody and not crush people. Congratulations, you fell down. So, yeah, double lethal injection, 1, 2, 3. I know it sounds like I'm down on the guy, and I'm not even saying he's bad, but there is such a thing as investing in somebody that is basically Elegante 2.0. So, and then Elegante Jr. decides to do, I'm not even going to say Giant Silva Jr. because Giant Silva at least had the oddities thing. Elegante chloroformed The Undertaker WrestleMania 9. Yes, that was something they actually attempted to say really fucking happened at WrestleMania 9. Hooray! WrestleMania 9! The worst mania of all time. He tried to do some spinning razor's edge toss thing, and he failed. The guy basically had to sell it like, he was dropped badly. And I don't even think he tried to drop him. He's not good. This is a bad investment. And Lexi Nair interviews Danhausen, who shows up in one of those little golf cart things, or little speed cart deals, and then Hook shows up in an ATV. I don't know what they're doing with Hook, and I don't like it. But, oh great, the baddies are here. We got Stokely there. It's hard to tell, if Stokely is actually staying up or sitting down since he's the same height. Kiera Hogan and Jade Ostrich on Ice Cargill. So, Statlander took on Red Velvet. I want to say right now that I am worried Red Velvet is going to brain herself being overly exuberant. Because Red Velvet has some talent, but sometimes the way she... Credit to her for having energy. I'm just very, very worried that something's going to cost her, and I hope I'm wrong. Statlander tossed her around for a bit. Velvet targeted the knee. We got some good stuff here. This wasn't a bad match. It got a little bit awkward at the end because it went a little bit long. But just desserts for two. And then Friday Night Fever, the former Big Bang Catastrophe, Big Bang Theory. Because Friday Night Fever is better because Big Bang Theory fucking sucks. That fucking show is rotten as hell. And then Kira jumps Chris Statlander. And okay, then she gets tossed out there. And Jade does a pump kick, nearly falling down. I know that some people like Jade, and that's fine. I'm not even saying that Jade is a bad person. I'm not even saying she's a great athlete. I don't think she's cut out for this. I don't think she is. I mean, they're trying to hide the fact that she is still learning. She should not work matches longer than 3 minutes. Give her squash matches. Give her people to beat. This whole TBS championship run has to end soon at some point, and I fear it won't. So here's the question I have, though. So Anna Jay runs down, locks on the Queef Slayer, I think that's what it's called, on Kira Hogan, and nobody stops her. Anna Jay runs down there. Okay, does that, gets laid out. Then Athena runs out, and officials and agents stop her. You don't stop Anna Jay, because apparently we're all on a coffee break, and then the coffee break got done, and you stopped Athena. Why? Why? Make it make sense, as the kids say. I don't fucking get it. We get a package on Miro. This is the word of the Reamer. He is back. He is his neck of sand is healed, and he's going to beat people up. And then we smash cut to an interview with Ethan Page, where he's talking about facing Miro. Ethan is going to lose. He is clearly going to fucking lose. And I got a question, though, about this pre-tape for the main event. Did Ospreay suffer several major head injuries just before he cut this promo? You would think that giant chia pet on his head would have cushioned his fall. But no, evidently not. I like Kanari. Aussie Open I've seen a little bit of. And Ospreay's peak year was 2019. And Ospreay can try hard to be a heel and an unlikable douche. He doesn't have to try to be hard. Just read up on him. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Ospreay and Aussie opened. I don't know their names, and I don't really care, all due respect to them, with Aaron Hanari in the corner. I like Aaron Hanari. I was hoping that maybe they could have made this an 8-man tag, and Hanari could have wrestled. I would like to have seen that. They took on FTR and Trent, and, well, at least FTR are having a career year, and we get a mess of moves and everything, and then we get the strong 0-1 of Aussie Open, 1, 2, 3. Trent did not take the pin. I'm shocked also. I mean, I know that Aussie Open and Ospreay are just there for a little bit. Still surprised with New Japan Forbidden Door coming up that they didn't try to give them a win. But nevertheless, we will see what happens at Forbidden Door, which is coming up in just about 2 weeks. Have you ordered it yet? Are you going to order Forbidden Door? Let me know in the comments. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.